What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. I'm just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. So, a lot of people get upset at me. They like to pick and choose, and they try to basically put me in categories. This is not something that's new to me. This is something that kind of happens quite often, where you have people who don't know anything about you. They don't fuck with you. They don't interact with anything that you do, but they claim that they know you. And I don't know if it's just me. I keep finding these really unhinged, mentally unwell individuals that they'll try to put me in a label or put me in a box. Like, for example, oh, you just hate what is it, you're only talking bad about people on the left, but there's also people on the right that's bad, which I always say I agree. Oh, you just hate trans people and gay people, and it's like, if you're using that to try to make it some type of crutch to attack me, it's not going to work. But I also agree. I don't know what you want me to do. What do you want me to oh, you just hate women. I also hate men. I hate all people who, when they do something stupid. Remember, this channel is E for everyone. When you do something stupid, it doesn't matter what side or what side you are on, you can get it. It doesn't matter if you're my best friend, don't matter if you're my brother, it does not matter. When you do something bad, I'm going to call you out on it. And I don't mean do something bad as in being a human being and make a mistake. I mean doing something wrong where you should be shamed for it because it's not normal. I'm going to speak on it. I don't care what you are. I don't care what you claim to be. I don't care about any of that. I'm just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. So every time I do these videos, it's always funny because, you know, all of the videos where people sit there and they go, I hate women. Whenever I do a video where a man does something stupid and I'm just like, good, I'm glad he's dead, or good, I'm glad he got his ass beat, or good, I'm glad that he's broken into piece. He will never mend the same way again. People look at me as though I'm wrong, especially when I say it about a black person doing something. Oh, how can you sit there? Your mama black. You hate black people. It's like, man, I just hate stupid people. Anyway, let's check out a video of a person doing something stupid, shall we?
The family of Shahad Richmond claims he was never armed with a weapon, but Gary police says
One more time.
family of Shahad Richmond claims he was never armed with a weapon, but Gary police says that isn't true, calling it a violent attack that ended in gunfire.
Hey, how's it going?
A simple greeting begins this police footage of an undercover operation Wednesday that ended with Shahad Richmond shot and killed by Gary police.
You got the PlayStation?
Police say the investigation was into multiple reports of a suspect robbing people when they met up to exchange items purchased over social media.
You got the cash, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's good with it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, I appreciate it.
It's all up in there.
Can I check it out?
Yeah, go ahead.
And just as the undercover officer tries to look at the item, video shows the 21-year-old walking around the officer. Then suddenly, in this video from above, police blurred the officers involved to protect their identities. It shows Richmond pulling out what investigators tell us was a machete-style weapon in the apparent attack, narrowly missing.
Oh, I thought he didn't have a weapon. You know, it's always crazy when families come out and they do this type of shit. It shows that they have no fucking integrity whatsoever. And this is the reason why I don't listen to people when they, especially when you hear, oh, he ain't do nothing. He was a good boy. He cared about his community, and he was a pillar of the community. And you find out this man was a drug dealer, or this man was robbing, beating up chicks. You know what I'm saying? Putting guns to women's heads and stomachs and shit because he thought that they might have been pregnant. Like some crazy, mind you, the crazy, and you know what's, it's always these individuals, bro. It's like they, again, no type of fucking integrity whatsoever.
The undercover officer. Other nearby officers quickly respond before police began firing. In a statement released today, Gary police said in part, quote, "It is essential for residents to trust their local police to protect the most vulnerable members of the community. To demonstrate our unwavering commitment to transparency and accountability, we have decided to make this information public."
And we've reached out to Richmond's family for comment, but have not heard back. The Lake County, Indiana Sheriff's Office is investigating, while the officer who shot Richmond remains on administrative leave.
Watch breaking.
Crazy, right? I thought he didn't have a weapon. This is what the family said. The family said he didn't have a weapon. And it's crazy because the thing is, it's good that the police came out and they showed that, because here's the truth. Somebody would have tried, certain groups would have tried to use that incident to push their agenda further ahead. That's what they would have done. That's just the truth. They would have sat there and they would have already had tried to protest or whatever over a shit stain. Let's like, is anyone crying at this person? Oh yeah, just in case you guys don't know, this person's dead. Good riddance. But let's be honest there. It doesn't matter what the fuck they say. They showed the proof. The family can go kick rocks. Right? But let's continue.
Disturbing new video to share with you in a machete attack on an undercover Gary police officer. Police say they released the drone video you see here for
Look at that shit. Do you see that shit?
Disturbing new video to share with you in a machete attack on an undercover Gary police officer. Police say they released the drone video you see here.
Now, mind you, the thing is, apparently the machete was sheathed. Apparently, I guess that he couldn't take it off in time, or maybe I don't think that he was trying to harm him. Maybe he was trying to scare the guy, get the money. Because here's the deal: the police are undercover because people are getting robbed over and over and over with suspect marketplace trading going on, right? Now the family is sitting here saying he was trying to sell it to help out the family. You know, his family. He's a loving member of the community. Does this look like an individual who was defending himself because he thought he was being robbed?
Police say they released the drone video you see here for transparency, and it shows the suspect swinging that machete at the officer's head. The suspect was eventually shot and killed by police. This happened on Wednesday in Gary at Maryland and East 35th. NBC5's Randy Gyllenhaal has reaction from Northwest Indiana tonight.
Fucking do it. It's you know, it's funny because I didn't want to say it wrong, because the last time I made a video, it was a video about black individuals acting a fool, and it was a black girl who ended up jumping this one girl because her boyfriend was fucking the manager at the job that she was at, and so she called the girl. And you could check it out on the video. She called the manager over, acting like it was the boyfriend. The manager came up to the house thinking that it was the boyfriend. They end up getting into a fight. It was the girl and her sister. They jumped this girl and killed the girl died of internal injuries. And over some fucking guy. And I covered that story, and I just get a bunch of people real upset at me. Real mad. And somehow, I don't know, this dude started talking about how he comes from Gary, Indiana, and this, that, and the third. So I just was like, look, I get it, bro. I get it. You hard. I get it. Because it's the only place in the world where gangsters live, right? It just has to be there, right? Like, as though gangsters don't, dangerous individuals just don't exist, or people who walk soft but hit hard don't exist, right? Like, it's always those individuals that you got to deal with, especially me. You know what I'm saying? No matter what I do, no matter what video I do, I'm always going to have somebody that's upset at me for just speaking the truth. Not my truth, the truth. The truth is unequivocally what's right and wrong. And what's right and wrong is, well, it is what it is. This guy ends up getting shot because of his actions. He was not some good boy who was just trying to help out his family. He was scheming. And so he has to pay. Consequences have consequences. Every actions have consequences.
You got the PlayStation?
After repeated robberies linked to online marketplace sales, Gary police set up this undercover sting Wednesday, a plainclothed cop meeting to buy a PlayStation.
It's all up in there. Can I check it out? Yeah, go ahead.
21-year-old Shahad Richmond is seen here. Police say he suddenly reaches for a machete to attack that undercover officer. Video from a police drone shows the melee, but ends before another officer shoots and kills Richmond.
A suspect attempted to rob our undercover officer and attacked him with a machete-style weapon.
Shahad was a devoted father.
Richmond's sister says Shahad had a young son and a baby on the way, selling the game console.
What do you, the motherfucker's 21. He's still a kid himself, and he already got a kid, and he's scheming? How you devoted and you scheming already? Bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. But one more time.
Our undercover officer and attacked him with a machete-style weapon.
Shahad was a devoted father.
Richmond's sister says Shahad had a young son and a baby on the way, selling the game
So he has 2 kids. 21, 2 kids. And he's scheming.
console to help his kids. And she believes that Shahad thought he was being robbed and never heard police announce themselves.
My brother wasn't trying to hit him. He's just trying to scare him off. It was not an exposed blade. It was in the sheath, and he was using the handle of it.
Any undercover.
There's something I want to say, and I know if I say it, I'm going to have more than just one type of people attacking me, and so I'm not going to say it. But if you can guess what I say, what I'm thinking, you can leave it in the comments. If it's right, I'll tell you you speak the true. All right, listen, even I, my unfiltered ass, am not going to say it. That's all I'm going to say.
Operation, any sting operation has to have prior planning.
We showed the video to retired Rockford Police Chief Chet Epperson, who says undercover stings are unpredictable and often dangerous.
Wow, he really looked like he was being robbed. That's exactly what it looked like. That's what it was. His life was in danger. When he was predating, because that's what you call it, predating, when he circled around to make sure that no one was around to see what he was about to do. When he predated around that undercover officer thinking that he was an easy mark and got marked himself.
Are unpredictable and often dangerous. He says Gary police should ask questions about why it was necessary.
How did they plan? Was there any precaution?
Now, it's funny as hell to me when I'm thinking back on it, because the guy from Gary, Indiana, talked about how he's hard, and basically Gary, Indiana was a sundown town and all of this shit. And I brought it up to him that, it wasn't what he claims it was. It wasn't what he claims it was for a long ass time. And what ended up happening is that black people had power in that area. And what did they do? They decided to start attacking each other once police presence started to disappear. They started to rob each other and crime went up, and they started killing each other over there practically. So the only people that's over there are idiots who want to gangbang, and they're gangbanging over nothing because there's ain't shit over in Gary, Indiana. It's fucking dead over in that bitch. In most parts, at least the parts where they hang out at, and they're still gangbanging over there. So it's funny as hell to see an individual over here who's scheming, has 2 kids, and his profession is scheming. Just saying. But he ain't do nothing. Come on now.
Precautionary steps that were taking place. Did they know this person was armed?
Johnson's family tells me they are considering hiring an attorney. There's also an ongoing investigation into the police-involved shooting from the Lake County Sheriff's Department. In Gary, Randy Gyllenhaal, NBC.
So this video came out before the other one, because when they reached back for comment, all that shit talking that they were saying, this lady, the family got real silent after that video came out. I'm guessing, right? You can't lie because you caught 4K.
Our undercover attacked him with style.
Shahad was a devoted father.
Richmond's sister says Shahad had a young son and a baby on the way.
Get the fuck out of here. Good fucking riddance.